Cops fatally shoot a pregnant woman in a case of mistaken identity. Boy, this is so tough. Colorado police this time. They shot and killed a pregnant woman they believe stole from Target and dragged an officer under a minivan in an escape. They were wrong. Now the city owes her family $2 million. Doesn't seem like enough. Wow. Colorado police officer Anthony Benallo claimed he shot and killed Destinee Thompson in a case of mistaken identity because he believed the pregnant woman was dragging a fellow officer under her car as she was speeding away from a group of aggressive police officers who had already shattered her passenger window. But the Arvada police officer he claimed to have been protecting was standing only a few feet away from him in his line of vision, according to a video reenactment created by the Arvada Police Department, because none of the cops on the scene were wearing body cams. Are we still not wearing body cams? It's now 2025, and we're still got to piece it together with a reenactment because, oh, here's a jurisdiction that doesn't have body cams. Wow. Now the Arvada Police Department has agreed to pay Thompson's family $2 million. It's a settlement announced earlier this week, according to NBC News. Officer Benallo's stated reason for killing Miss Thompson was because he thought another officer, Sergeant Jeff Orndorff, was being dragged under Miss Thompson's van, stated the lawsuit filed against the Arvada Police Department in 2023. Lana Blackstar with the details. But Sergeant Orndorff was standing in plain view a few feet away, safe and sound. Anyone in Officer Benallo's position could and should have seen him. It was also obvious that no one was being dragged under Miss Thompson's minivan as it drove away from officers, probably scared, trying to save her life and that of her child. Officer Benallo's decision to kill Miss Thompson was patently unreasonable, as shown by law enforcement's own reconstruction of the scene. At the time, Officer Benallo shot and killed Miss Thompson. But as usual, Benallo was cleared of any criminal charges by the district attorney, who claimed in her report that any reasonable person would have shot and killed the 27-year-old mother of three who was in her 7th month of pregnancy under the existing circumstances. However, Siddhartha Ratha, the attorney representing Thompson's family, argued that the reasonable officers were the 3 cops at the scene who did not fire their guns at the fleeing vehicle because they knew she was not a threat to them. Here's the woman who was actually accused of shoplifting from Target and threatening an employee with a switchblade. There's her mugshot. Look, I know they're not perfect. Things are happening fast, real time. There's noise around. There's commands being shouted. But isn't what's reasonable what the other 75% of the officers responding to this did? They did not fire their service weapons. They did not kill this mother of 3. That if you don't know what you see, what you don't, and you can't figure it out, but the rest on the scene can, I don't know what I'm even trying to say, Ben. Things happen, but this seems like it didn't have to.
Yeah. It's really tough. Like you said, it's a very tough job. Things move fast. You want to give the benefit of the doubt to people that are, have a job to protect people, but mistaken identity, killing a pregnant woman egregiously in a way like this, that was just so avoidable, and it just hurts your heart, more than any details of it. It's just, people only get one life. There's no bringing her back. There's no bringing her unborn child back to a life that now won't ever be. And it just hurts your heart. And so you just hope that we can get to a place where we can train officers better. We can maybe pay them better. We can attract people that are of the top caliber to these jobs. Mistakes are always going to happen, but whatever we can do as a society to reduce it to as rare as possible would serve us all really well.
Yeah. And this is one I usually hate the more training thing, but this is one that I agree with you because there's all kinds of techniques now. Something as basic as teaching people who have severe anxiety how to reduce the anxiety in real time so they can follow through, remain safe. I don't know if it completely translates to what officers do, but there's all kinds of things being developed to keep you sharp and outside of something like this. We wish your family the best. Again, $2 million doesn't seem like a lot to. That's all you could do in our society, right? The civil implications. $2 million, mother of three. Now they're orphaned.